Did you see this whole thing come out with Jacksepticeye came out? I'm being diagnosed as autistic. Like anybody, like
oh my gosh,
he came out like it was like he said to tell everybody he had AIDS or something like that. Like so fucking what?
Oh no! Oh, you have autism. Oh no! Really?
No,
I didn't. Who looks like that and talks like that and makes videos like that?
Come on, he's Irish. You know. Come on, take it easy. Take it easy.
No, are you telling me that he was diagnosed with something?
No, but I just think it's weird that he would come like, he got diagnosed with some kind of late autism. He couldn't be too heavy anyway. You know, well, he is backstabby. I remember he stabbed PewDiePie in the back. But I just found it so weird that like diagnosed. Like, look at this shit. It's ridiculous. Who cares? You know, like whatever.
You know why it's a big deal is because everybody self-diagnoses themselves nowadays.
I hope,
and then pretends like that's
fake. Whenever something like this happens, Boogie writes in this thing. Oh, I hope Destiny doesn't find out you're lying. All right, but I want to hear Bowblax's video.
The YouTuber Jacksepticeye just got diagnosed with autism? Drama Alert tweeted this out, attaching an image of Jacksepticeye with the big bold red letters diagnosed on it, and an image of his tweet where he says, I have been officially diagnosed with autism. I had an assessment a couple of weeks ago about it, and got the confirmation today. Mac's response to Jack
Big Pharma's got you.
by saying, buddy, I have a video game character I think you're gonna love. Showing this gif of Sonic the Hedgehog, Jack responds, I'm already a hedgehog in the Sonic universe. Writing was on the wall already. And what he's referencing there is a St. Patrick's Day video he made with Sonic the Hedgehog, where he voiced a character called Irish the Hedgehog. Quinn responds to Jacksepticeye by saying, scared me with the, I have been a...
I want to play Sonic once in a while, but I feel like something my kid's going to start playing it and turn into a retard. Because I love, what was that Sonic that came out for PS4? That's a great game. You know, because I never got into Sonic because I was a little too old when it came out. But when I want to play some Sonic,
it's a thin line. Half of the people that get into Sonic are absolute like knuckle dragon retards.
Yeah.
The other half are like those.
I want to get into it. I don't give a fuck about the lore. I told you I read that. I kid that comic book. It was the most autistic thing I ever read.
Oh, I just want to play the video game. To read the comic book.
It's a platformer. It's a cool platformer. A really unique platform game. That's why I.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Officially diagnosed intro. I thought you were gonna die. Jack responds, we're all gonna die, Quinn. Terrorizer says, I knew it! But on a real note, I hope this helps explain maybe some of the things in life behind the scenes that give you clarity that needed answering for you, man.
He's filthy fucking rich YouTuber. What does he need clarity
I love
for?
it. I don't know. Imagine not losing sleep overnight, not knowing if you're autistic or not. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. You imagine that?
Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I can't do a show today, guys. I'm a nervous wreck. I've been looking at Sonic and I don't know what's wrong with me.
I'm gonna make like everybody's like, you want to hear an autistic story, like with Joe, right? So let me say, this is a toilet in Frankfurt.
Yeah,
it's got gold bars in it. Somebody said it was a Nazi gold. I thought it was kind of funny, right? And there's me wondering what the fuck I'm pissing in. I thought that was amazing. So Joe, I don't know if it's because he's German or some other fucking problem. So somehow within 2 minutes we get separated from each other, right? I pissed where that guy is right there, and I just started to tweet, right? Because I thought these things were wild. Somehow Joe got lost, right? He gives me a phone call in the toilet. It's big, but not that big, right? And then I get a phone call, and it's Joe. He goes, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in the fucking toilet. I'm waiting for you. I'm fucking tweeting right here, waiting for you. I left. Well, that's why I can't find you, right? Where do you want to meet? I go, just at the entrance. Keep this in mind. I'm in Frankfurt. I don't go there much. I'm not a huge fan of the city, right? It's super fucking crowded with Black Friday. Yeah, they have that here now, even though they have no Thanksgiving. Black Friday shoppers.
I have no else.
Yes, you're racist. With Black Friday shoppers, this mall is packed like old school New Jersey in the 80s, right? He walks all the way out of the fucking mall, 3 floors down, cuts through all these people, and I'm sitting there waiting for him. He calls me back. I'm at the entrance. You're not here. And I'm like, the entrance of the toilet we went on the fucking outside, right? Like, what do you mean? But you said at the entrance. He doesn't really talk like that, but I'm just fucking with him. Because I know I can hear him right now. I just don't have that sick of an accent. No, I'm just doing the German thing. I'm like, I go, why you get so German? It's like, at the fucking entrance of the toilet. He goes, I can't get back in that way. And I said, well, here's the fucking thing, Joe. You're the one, the genius that got all the way out of the fucking building. Like, this is a hell of a walk, you know? You're the only one that's got out of the building. You're coming to me because I've been down this road with my fucking wife, all right? So here's what happens. I try to find you, and you try to find me, and we're here for 3 fucking hours, and I want to kill you by the end of it. But I just walked outside. Where? I don't know where the fuck I am. I have no idea where I am. I'm not going, because here he is. He's trying to rope me into this long fucking day. All I'm there is to pick up a goddamn hard drive, right? At like the German version of Best Buy, right? That's all I'm doing. I'm all like, he's like, but you could just come. No, you're coming to me, right? So after about 3 more calls, we found each other at the fucking entrance of the toilet. And you know the first thing I said to him? I go, are you autistic? I've never been diagnosed. And I told the story. I go, if we were to try to meet each other, this place is packed. Like at certain times I had to go like, you know, do one of these and do one of these and do one of these and shit. That's how packed this is. You know? So I like, he made me so insane. And this is like, because we don't have our Thanksgiving till Friday over here at this house. Because everybody's working. So it was 6 o'clock. I would have missed my Thanksgiving meal, my turkey. I would have missed my German turkey. You know, so I'm in a crowd of blacks. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. So he like maybe, yeah. Like because they can't sit. Is like German autism. I can't.
Yeah, it's very hard. It's just their
what
culture.
Is it? Is it a mix? Is
a
it
culture
one
of
or the
autism?
Yeah, because like, even my son, it's like I remember the one time I was dating a German girl. It was like 20 years ago, right? And they're really nice people. They brought me over for Christmas, right? And they actually put candles in the tree and lit them up. I was looking at that like the place was gonna go up any minute, right? They did it old school. And then the guy told me a story. I was like, "Oh, get out of here!" He dead ass. He looks at me, and goes, "Where do you want me to go?" I'm having this like moment with Joe, with German Joe. I'm like, oh God Almighty! And I came back. He's like, well, at least we'll have a funny story for Thanksgiving. My wife said, and my German son's like, I would have went outside too. And God, he takes everything so fucking literally. God damn.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't even think I said at the entrance. I said at the entrance where we came in. I think that's the words I used. Where we came in, the entrance. That's what I said.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's just as bad. It's just as bad. We were literally separated for 3 minutes. I actually didn't see him. I thought he went to take a dump.
You would think, like, why would he want me to meet him outside and after we've been in the toilet for 3 minutes?
I have no idea. This guy's right, though. That made my day. Jory Reid telling people not to go to Thanksgiving. What oh, by the way, my fucking Red Bulls are in the final. Hell fucking yeah. And Wiesbaden won, so it was a good weekend. Doity. Let's see.
Done seeking answers. Real on X1 says, that mustard! Showing that less than a day before Jacksepticeye,
I wonder if he lied about it just to get this attention.
Announced he was autistic. He made a tweet posting a picture of him yelling with the caption.
It's funny, we're talking to the guy that was caught lying about something that's talking about the guy who I probably think is lying too.
Mustard! Taff9 says, one of us. One of us.
That's pretty funny.
Us. One of us. Dumbsville says, dude, you were going to love Metal Gear Solid so much more now. Omni says, you can say funny. The word now. Shadow Twilight says, holy shit. you're a Sonic fan. Oompaville says, extremely based. Albert says,
like my interview.
I found out who your doctor is, and they just said you don't. Mana says, Doc sees Jack. Doc sees Jack's Happy Wheels vids. Yep, autism. We all already knew it. Glad Doc agrees. Greg Heffley says, I ain't mean this.
Is Jack a super... I know he's backstabby, but is he super... Does anybody watch him that's over the...
I mean, I would
It's
assume...
been ages since I watched.
He's probably as much of a retard as Critical or Markiplier were when they made this videos. No, have you ever watched his old videos? The gaming videos?
No, I don't remember.
The ones that got him on the map? Yeah, his whole thing is like he was intentionally like being a retard.
Oh, really? I want to watch. I want to watch those. Yeah, that sounds like fun.
And he would just say, "Splendid! This makes my jump with glee."
Yeah. Oh, he does those
no
lines
disrespect,
now.
but you may be the last person to find that out. Respect, though. Meow Moonified.
For what? Respect for what?
Says, oh my god, that's so awesome. I hope it brings you peace of mind to have some answers and more information about yourself. Tippity says, we've been new.
He's still rich.
People are like pretending like this is like
big deal.
You know,
that's
this is maddening
big
to be undiagnosed.
Yeah, he's good. He's reasonably good looking. I'm sure he's got tons of poon. He's got tons of money. What made him go to the doctor to begin with? Am I a doc? You know, I mean, like, what? Why? What's
like,
going?
I mean,
what's going wrong in his life? And maybe he's like, I don't know. Maybe he's one of those like really rich, good-looking guys that like women are like, that guy's too weird for me. Even you know?
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why. Like, maybe he's
I don't
autistic,
know.
You know. Well, I was with this girl.
That's the
we
only
both
way
went to the bathroom, and then she told me to meet her in the entrance, and I walked outside the mall.
And then I put on a German accent.
Yeah.
Alana Pierce says, welcome. I'm Kirby says, hell yeah. Autumn Ivy says,
you know what it is? All these people, I don't like this now because all these people do this with the blue checks. They do this so that they can get their revenue. This is all, every big post from everybody now on Twitter is going to have a million guys like this who shouldn't even be there. And they're all just on the grift. They're on the grind.
Yeah, I should blow Destiny. Jesus, that'll get...
Seriously,
yeah,
I want all these people to report to Destiny's bedroom 1200 tomorrow.
Officially, friendo. Angelica Reed says, finally having it confirmed must be nice. It seems
no.
It's like you were a good example for people to understand that autism is a spectrum, and not really like in the movies where you are automatically a genius that can't function normally. And then Katie from OnlyFans.
Nah, I know too many autists that are already geniuses, like Bowblax.
And says,
yeah, I mean, these people wish they'd be geniuses like in the movies.
I remember the first autistic person, like autism, like, yeah, I hear, that's what I hear now, it's a spectrum, but when I was, even in the 90s, like when I was a kid, you had autism.
Yeah, the low functioning guys.
I remember, and I guess this little Chinese boy that my ex-girlfriend, and she went into the business of treating these she's like a real hero, to be honest with you. She went in the, and I remember this boy, and I got to meet him once, and it was almost like he was there but locked in another dimension. That's what it was like, you know. And she had a baby doll, and she's like, you got to see this. And we weren't fucking with him, but she wanted to show me like how deep this cold. And he says, pick up the baby and just put it on the ground next to the crib, the fake crib it's in. He just gets up and he goes, baby. Whoa. And he picks the baby doll up and he puts it and he wraps it a certain way. And she said, do it again. And he did it again. I know obviously we didn't do it any more than that. And I'm like, I remember saying to her, I was like, do you think because she was doing I almost used the German word, practicum. She was doing this so she could go to school. This thing totally changed her life, and she ended up getting, I guess, a master's degree or something in this shit. And she's only about 17 at the time. And I even said to her, I was like, are you ready to deal with this? I mean, this is really deep. This is heavy. You know, and she did. She did it anyway. I guess she really loves those children. And God bless her, I guess, you know. But yeah. And this guy's I got a Lamborghini. I'm rich. I bang lots of. I'm autistic. Oh,
I'm socially awkward. Oh,
yeah, I'm socially awkward. This kid's like this boy. Let's see. In 1995, if he was 7, how old would he be now?
In 1995, it was 7. Freaking, that would be what?
Plus 24.
What?
31. 31.
He's still there. He hasn't left. He's still with mom and dad. That's sad.
Wait, no.
If he's not in
No, he'd be somewhere in his 30s.
he couldn't talk, but he could say like every so often he could do some weird things, and he would like it was so sad, you know.
Yeah.
And then like I get like a bunch of dorks coming up to me. I'm like, I'm autistic. I'm like, yeah, it's almost like stolen valor. For sake.
I mean,
like, God,
you know.
Oh.
Well, it's stolen valor to pretend like it's the end of the world, or like it's this thing that is a
true.
mystery in your life as to, and it's just so inconveniencing.
Me and Jeannie have a mutual friend, right? And he's a great guy, but he struggles, man. And that's my one fucking like fight response. I said it before earlier in the show. I hate the people suffer and struggle.
Yeah.
You know, and like he's kind of self-conscious and like how I don't mean this disrespectfully, like how annoying he can be sometimes, you know. But it's just like that almost makes it worse that he's conscious of it, you know.
Right.
And like he says, like, because you can't, like, he even told me if we ever meet, don't look me in the eye. You know, it really makes me uncomfortable. I can't function. Like, that sucks. You can't look somebody in the eye. You're never gonna get a girlfriend. You know, it's terrible. And then he's going, I'm Jacksepticeye. I'm autistic. Oh, it must be great. He's such a fucking hero. Fuck you. Maybe he should have kept it to himself. I don't know if it's real.
Back
Fucking
in, no
autistic,
matter
Yeah.
what, Jack. DL Mart says, awesome to talk about it so openly so that others will feel comfortable knowing it's okay and they should be safe to be
Who
themselves.
said it wasn't okay?
Who has a stigma against being an autist?
Who said it? Wait, Hitler said it
In
wasn't
what
okay. I mean,
world?
what the f are you talking about? You
like,
know?
this is yeah.
like, what do you mean? Who said it wasn't okay?
This is like being a black under Jim Crow, you know, in the South. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
This is great. Lulu quote tweets Jacksepticeye with this interesting caricature of him saying, "Yippee!"
Because people said that thing is an autistic character or something like that. I don't know.
Her name's Lulu.
Going back to the Drama Alert tweet announcing Jacksepticeye's autism in big, bold red letters, saying diagnosed, there were a lot of funny replies like DJ saying, acting like he got cancer or something.
That's what I feel.
Christmas says,
Seriously.
how long does he have to live? Echoes of Liberty says, you wrote diagnosed, as if it was something bad, lol.
Well, it's not good either. I mean, he asked Bowblax. I'm sure he'd like to change it. I'll never forget Bowblax. He said, you know, I kind of regret telling everybody that.
Lord Miles' official
Oh,
reaction
Lord Miles, really?
to Jacksepticeye's autism diagnosis by saying, we could have known that from his early videos laughing my
Oh,
ass off.
really? That's one of the weirdest guys I ever met. I met that guy in person. He's one of the weirdest people I ever met. Great guy, but weird.
NDR says, pharmaceutical companies love this. Ruben Sim says,
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was my...
good thing they caught it early, right?
Some of these people are pretty funny.
To Declare says, everyone has a form of
That's another thing I thought.
autism nowadays. AI Emerald Apple says, seems like they are handing out autism diagnoses like candy lately.
Well, when I was a kid, it was ADD, dyslexia, and I just think they moved up.
Yeah,
SJC
autism was unheard of when I was
said-
growing up.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Like, I always thought it was bullshit, but I couldn't have any fucking argument or life experience to know it is. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. But after I watched the way the medical institutions acted during COVID, I could totally believe they're soaking parents. I could totally believe that now. I could believe that a lot more comfortably and a lot less conspiratorially.
Well, because I was growing up and the ADHD thing was an
Not
overdiagnosed thing.
You know?
Yeah, they tried to like get me on Ritalin when I was 5 because I didn't like school. Like they were like, he doesn't like going to a strange place with like strangers for like 6 hours.
I mean,
a day.
something needs to be done with that. I get that, but throwing medication at it?
Yeah,
You know?
medication and a diagnosis.
The fact that that's
is
the
like,
first response.
That's the first response?
It's
Isn't that
not-
the last
Right.
one? Yeah.
and my parents were like, no, that's
Yeah,
stupid.
good for them.
they were like,
It's like one of the best scenes in The Sopranos is like, I don't know, like fucking what's his name got caught smoking pot, AJ or something like that, and like he's in the school, Tony Soprano's in the school thing, and it's like, well, here's what we're gonna have to do, Mr. Serrano. This is very serious. He's like, no, it isn't. I'm going to take him home. I'm going to punish him, and I'm not going to fall into this. We're going to take care of this. There was a time where kids got caught smoking pot and got punished, and everything went on okay. We're not doing this to him. Have a nice day, and he walks out. And that's what more parents need to do. They have to wait. You know what? They're going to put you on your kid on the drug right away. Why don't you don't do what Chris Chan's parents did. Like, that's crazy. But there's got to be a happy medium to say, you know what? I'm going to be a little more evidence than my kid blowing grass. Because, by the way, guess who did it back in 78? All right? F off.
Yeah.
You know? You should be saying my age now. I'm thinking about people my parents' age. I should be saying who did it back in 95. You know?
Says, I'm autistic too. It's not a big deal. Leia says, dude is acting like this
It's a real big deal, actually, I
is
think.
extremely serious, like cancer
Yeah.
or something.
Well, that's
Electro
mostly
says, bro's retarded. Chief of Isaac says, they be saying this like it's
That's the most normal response to me. You know that? Like a kid, yo, he's bro's retarded.
bad thing. Real on X1 says, not gonna lie, this is kind of funny. Hale says, why do they frame it like he committed a crime? Certified Creature responds, YouTuber Jacksepticeye, sentenced to autism. Soup Navy says, to be fair, he did that to his own thumbnail, showing the thumbnail of
Yeah, he did.
Jacksepticeye's
Fair enough,
autism
yeah.
video.
That's right, it
Hales
wasn't Keith's
responds,
fault.
oh lol, I did not know this. And then Wes responds, brother, his own video was released like 24 hours after the tweet. Pretty sure he's just memeing the tweet with this thumbnail. Hales responds, yeah, I realized this right after I replied. Tectone quote tweets Drama Alert and says, oh god, he's Sandwich then responds, I'm ashamed and embarrassed to share an industry with you.
Oh, shut
Tectone
up.
then deletes his tweet, and this interaction I just read gets
Tectone's no fun. They're no fun.
reposted by Mike from PA, who
this guy.
Oh my gosh.
This guy's half a retard, too.
says, at what
Go
point is
fuck
Twitch
yourself,
going to take
Mike.
out this trash?
As it turns out, Jack was never of Irish descent. He was actually born in the Midwest. The accent's a product of the autism. That would be funny.
That would be awesome.
Directly attacking another creator for a medical diagnosis is blatantly against TOS. Get this piece
What's he?
Gosh.
What?
Yourself.
Yeah, you know, this is the guy that calls everybody else Nazis, and he's Naziing it up right now. That's so funny.
of crap out of here at Twitch support at Twitch. Pierce Theodore responds, I love Sam so much. To which Mike from PA responds, she seems like a cool person. I will always support people that do the difficult thing and stand up for what's right in this industry.
It's so difficult to be a fucking little tattletale.
Doesn't he sound like a Christian kook? I always want to point this out with these. Yeah, you know, and some of them, you know, I got to be honest with you, the meltdown is not stopping after the Trump election. You'd figure it would. I'm almost getting sick of watching the ownage videos. You know, there's so many of them. But, I mean, yeah, Mike is the reason this stuff happens. Like, he seems like a cool person. I always support people that do the right thing. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they're real heroes.
Yeah, you're a fucking hero. And you probably autistic,
It's like the
too.
people that talk about fighting misinformation
Yeah.
and when over jokes and shit like that.
over
you know?
jokes, yeah.
thing and
Guy, you ought to fucking diagnose yourself. I've seen you with women.
stand up for what's right in this industry. Drama Alert tweets about this when they say, Tectone under fire for calling Jacksepticeye retarded. Autism
I love how
diagnosis.
Keem just spun this
VK
into another post. Like, that's fucking
You
classic.
gotta admit, that's good old school Keemstar. That's good stuff.
Yes,
right? It is.
yeah.
That's good stuff, yeah.
responds, I'm autistic, but that Loki made me laugh a little lol. Filthy Casual shows a Giga Chat and says, Tectone. Spicy News shows Jacksepticeye's autism video and says, Jacksepticeye trolling Drama Alert is so funny. 10 out of 10 thumbnail. Terrorizer quote tweets Jacksepticeye and says, petition to have Nogla take this test. Indian Jim then shows a picture of Nogla.
It'd be a lot funnier if he was drooling and shitting, like had a big booger running out of his nose. That'd been great.
Nogla says, do we really need a test? Bane quote tweets Jacksepticeye and says, the woman who was supposed to do my diagnosis went on a surprise trip to England over my appointment. Jacksepticeye stole my fucking autism. Miles says, it's kind of amazing seeing creators you grew up watching turn out to have the same neurodivergent brain as you. Like,
that guy's definitely
Neurodivergent.
autistic. Wow, isn't it amazing? He has the same neurodivergent.
no wonder I enjoy your videos so much. We both autistic as hell. He's just like me, dude.
I hope
definitely relate
Jacksepticeye
to
comes
that.
out to be a racist, and then you can enjoy, like, you know,
Oh, he is Irish.
identifying with it. I don't like those fucking English.
No, well, it's like all these people that don't belong in our country. You know?
So many of my favorite YouTubers
You know, it was the fucking
are
Anglos that
or
called me
later come
autistic to
out
begin with.
as
I thought it was an
autistic.
insult.
As an autistic person myself, I might be a little biased, but I tend to enjoy the company of people on the spectrum
shut up.
a lot.
As a
And it
normal
seems like
person,
most
I think
people
you're
feel the same
retarded.
way, considering that Jacksepticeye has
How do you
over
like that?
30 million subscribers. Anyways, if you like my vibe but don't want to hear me read tweets, I have a bunch of videos on screen that I think are the best videos I've made in the last year or so that you guys can check out. I know I've been starving you guys lately. I know.
I like the ones where you lied about BPD. That was my favorite.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
relying on crumbs and reheated food right now for content from me, but rest assured, more tweet reading is coming soon. I apologize for the length of this video, but
You
it
should work
can't-
on getting more friends, Bowblax.
You gotta be.
I think
Gotta,
that's
he
critical
is.
here.
He is good at this shit. What game is that? Is
really
that
be
new one?
helped. I'm surprised there was
No,
even
no, no.
6
Well,
minutes of tweets to
yeah,
begin
this
with
might be
on
Sonic
this topic. It's Jacksepticeye announcing his
Versus, maybe?
autism.
I don't know.
Pretty straightforward
cool.
and not too much to discuss.
Maybe
but
it's not.
maybe you
Maybe
do
it's,
feel like there's a
I'm
lot to
retarded.
discuss that has gone untapped.
I think this is cool. That's why I can't spell.
in this video. And if you feel that way, be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section below. And now we gotta stretch this out for another minute because I want to get the mid-roll ads. So let's do a mini review of Shadow Generations. Oh my god, this game,
Shadow
dude,
Generations,
it is
my bad.
my favorite Sonic game. It has all
Ever?
the cool like level design and aesthetics from Sonic Generations, like that quality, with the more precise, slower paced controls of Sonic
This
Frontiers, but
entire
not as
level is
janky, a
just
lot more
rehashing
smoothed
something
out.
from
It just
Sonic
feels so
Hero.
right.
I'm sad. I should use this for. You know what I should do? I should get the gameplay for this video and just start talking about how everybody's retarded.